The year is 3000. Earth has changed, but life, once thought lost forever, has found its way back. For centuries, humanity dreamed of undoing extinction, of restoring balance to the world we once broke. And now, through the power of genetic resurrection, artificial ecosystems, and pure human hope, that dream has become real. From the frozen tundras to the deep blue seas, creatures that vanished thousands of years ago walk, swim, and fly once more. Not as myths or museum bones, but as living, breathing beings, reborn through science and love. In this world of light and progress, technology has become the guardian of life, protecting every heartbeat, every wing beat, every step. The year 3000 is not just the age of machines, it's the age of miracles. Today, we witness 10 legends of the past, brought back to life in a future that finally learned to care. The mighty woolly mammoth, roaming again across the icy plains. The fierce Smilodon, the saber-toothed hunter of the Ice Age. The awe-inspiring dinosaurs, reborn within vast protected biomes, walking under digital suns, their roars echoing through recreated Jurassic forests. The colossal Megalodon, ruler of the deep oceans reborn. The majestic giant ground sloth, peaceful guardian of the new rainforests. And then came the new giants, born not from fossils, but from evolution itself. The Titan Sky Manta, a flying leviathan stretching over half a kilometer wide, gliding across the clouds like a living island. The Colossal Abyss Whale, glowing with bioluminescent veins, singing ancient songs through the deep sea. The crimson Titan Beetle, a giant insect the size of a bus, its wings shimmering with metallic light. The luminous forest bird, a radiant creature of light and feathers, shaping the skies with glowing trails. And the gigantic living mushroom forests, towering organisms that breathe oxygen and host new ecosystems upon their caps. These are not just the return of life, they are its evolution. Proof that Earth, even after all its loss, never gave up on creation. Welcome to the year 3000. Welcome to the return of giants. Welcome to Futureverse Earth. Before the first tree reached for sunlight, before even the dinosaurs took their first breath, the world belonged to the fungi. It was the Devonian period, over 400 million years ago. Across the ancient continents, enormous fungi, known as prototaxites, towered above the land, some reaching 8 meters tall, the first forest the planet had ever known. Their roots spread like webs beneath the soil, connecting life in ways unseen. These were Earth's first lungs, silent architects of balance and breath. As ages passed, new life rose. Trees, insects, and beasts, and the fungi retreated underground. They became the hidden network beneath every forest, the mycelium web that carried nutrients, wisdom, and memory between species. For millions of years, they thrived unseen until the age of industry. In the 22nd century, the forest died. Deforestation, pollution, and climate collapse shattered the mycelium network. When the forests fell silent, Earth stopped breathing. By the 24th century, fungal life was nearly extinct, surviving only as genetic fragments frozen in ancient permafrost. Then came the Age of Restoration, the year 2870. Humanity had finally learned from its mistakes. Geneticists, AI biologists, and quantum ecologists began the project that would change everything. Operation Mycogenesis. Using fossil DNA, synthetic biomatter, and planetary-scale terraforming drones, they revived the ancient fungal giants, not as the small organisms we once knew, but as planetary ecosystems. By the year 3000, the gigantic living mushroom forest had taken root across every continent.
In a world once lost to extinction, life has returned in ways we never dreamed possible. This is the Garden of Tomorrow, a living sanctuary where technology whispers, not roars, where the air is pure and the ground blooms with endless green. Among the blossoms and the bioluminescent trees, a family awakens. The saber-toothed, once a ghost of the Ice Age, now walks again. In the far reaches of time, the saber-tooth fell silent. Its roar faded beneath the weight of ice and extinction. For thousands of years, only fossils remembered their strength. Only dust remembered their shape. But humanity changed. We learned not just to build, but to heal. And in the laboratories of the 2090s, scientists began what was once called impossible, the Restoration Project. From fragments of ancient DNA, buried deep in frozen earth, they mapped the code of a vanished world. Gene by gene, cell by cell, they rewove the tapestry of life itself. It wasn't cloning, it was resurrection. The saber-tooth was not copied, it was reborn. Grown within sanctuaries of light and sound, nurtured by artificial wombs and human care, until one morning, eyes that hadn't opened in 12,000 years blinked once again beneath a golden sun. Now they walk the earth anew, not as relics of the past, but as symbols of balance restored. Their world is vast, green, and peaceful, a harmony between nature and the hand of humankind. The saber-tooth no longer hunts to survive. It exists to remind us that life, no matter how ancient, always finds its way back. And as the mother lies beside her cubs, the story comes full circle. Once extinct, now eternal. The saber-tooth breathes again. For millions of years, their bones slept beneath stone, silent, waiting. Now, through the fusion of quantum genetics and planetary-scale ecosystems, the titans of the past have returned. Dinosaurs, reborn. They walk once more beneath artificial suns, within vast biomes that recreate lost worlds. Jungles of prehistoric ferns, volcanic valleys, and endless plains. Each step echoes with the rhythm of time itself. The colossal Brachiosaurus stretches its neck toward the sky, feeding on crystal leaf trees that shimmer with engineered chlorophyll. The swift velociraptor darts between silver grasses, its feathers glowing with adaptive light, hunting not for survival, but for the thrill of movement. And from the shadows, the king returns. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. Reforged in perfection, its eyes glimmer with intelligence, its roar resonating through the walls of eternity. But this is not the past repeated. This is evolution, the age of coexistence. Drones drift above, not as hunters, but as caretakers, monitoring the balance of each biome. Human children watch from safe observation platforms, their reflections mixing with the giants they once only saw in books. Here, in this sanctuary of rebirth, life has reclaimed its legacy. The dinosaurs do not belong to yesterday anymore. They are the architects of a new Earth, proof that even extinction can be undone when hope meets creation. Welcome to the age of dinosaurs, reborn, radiant, and forever alive. Now they roam not as experiments, but as living dreams. No cages, no walls, only open skies and endless lands. The earth breathes beneath their feet once more, and their roars echo through valleys untouched by time. Here, the dinosaurs live as they once did, wild, free, and unbound. In this new world, they are not relics of the past, but the heartbeat of life renewed. The age of extinction has ended, and the age of freedom has begun. The return of the Megalodon. Life beneath the future sea. The year is 3000. The ocean has evolved. Beneath the surface lies a world of light, not of sunlight, but of technology and life intertwined. Vast biomechanical gardens stretch across the ocean floor, machines that breathe and grow, filtering the water, nurturing coral made of living glass. AI drones drift like jellyfish, their bodies glowing softly, monitoring oxygen, guiding currents, and repairing the domes that hold entire ecosystems within. Between these towers of light and coral, something moves, something ancient. The Megalodon, the great titan of the prehistoric seas, reborn from fragments of DNA and reintroduced into this living machine world. It swims through tunnels of glowing reefs, past cities built from transparent metals, where robotic manta rays clean the walls and bioluminescent algae pulse in rhythm with the sea's heartbeat. Sensors track it from a distance, not to control, but to learn, to understand how life adapts, how the past finds harmony with what humanity has built. In the silence it glides, a shadow among neon light, a living bridge between what once was and what the ocean has become. No cages, no fear, just life, vast, intelligent, and free. And as the Megalodon fades into the blue horizon, only the machines remain, watching, listening, guardians of a sea reborn. The Titan Sky Manta, the living island of the skies. By the year 3120, Earth had changed beyond recognition. The oceans had risen, the continents reshaped, and humanity had long since left the ground behind. In the floating cities above the atmosphere, people looked down upon the planet they once called home, a world reborn, rich with strange and wondrous life. And among the clouds of this new Earth, there drifts a living miracle. The Titan Sky Manta, a leviathan of air and light. Half a kilometer wide, its wings glide across the upper atmosphere like silent continents of flesh and bone. Its skin shimmers with veins of living light, glowing softly beneath the twin suns of a re-terraformed sky. It is the heir to 1,000 ages of evolution, the child of nature and science combined long ago. In the 21st century, humanity dreamed of conquering the skies with machines. But by the 28th century, our creations learned to merge with nature itself to grow, adapt, and evolve as living technology. And from that fusion was born the era of bioluminescents, beings not built but cultivated. The Titan Sky Manta is their greatest legacy. It drifts through the stratospheric currents, feeding on airborne plankton and mineral dust carried up from the oceans below. It needs no rest, no nest, no master. Its life is a never-ending migration through the winds. Upon its back, whole ecosystems bloom moss, air flowers, and crystal vines shimmering in the light of dawn. Tiny avian creatures live and die within its gardens, never once touching the ground. To them, the manta is not a beast, it is a world. Some believe these giants are the sky's guardians, a living memory of nature's final transformation, when Earth and life became one. And as the Titan glides above the clouds, its wings stretching across the horizon, it reminds us of who we once were, and what life can become when it learns not just to survive, but to soar.
Last gentle giant.
Deep within the reborn rainforests, where the air glows with life and ancient rivers flow through emerald canopies, there walks a gentle titan, a creature once lost to time, now returned to guard the world we almost forgot. The giant ground sloth, standing more than 20 feet tall, its slow, deliberate steps shake loose petals from the trees. But its movement is never a threat. It is a reminder that power does not always roar. Sometimes, it breathes softly. Listen closely. Each time the sloth rises on its hind legs, stretching toward the sky, it isn't searching for dominance. It's reaching for the tender leaves that only a giant can touch, shaping the forest with every carefully chosen bite. Where it feeds, new sunlight spills through the canopy. Where it digs, new streams are born. Where it sleeps, entire ecosystems take shelter beneath its warmth. Here, in this restored world, the giant ground sloth is more than a survivor. It is a gardener, a protector, a living memory of a planet learning to heal. Imagine walking beside it. Imagine hearing its deep, slow breaths echo through the misty rainforest. Birds nesting in the thick fur along its back, tiny creatures riding safely in the folds of its massive arms, life trusting life again. Scientists call it a miracle of resurrection. The forest calls it its keeper. And humanity, finally wiser than before, calls it hope. Because in every quiet step of this gentle giant, there is a promise that the world can grow back, that the past can be forgiven, and that even the slowest creature can lead us toward a brighter future. The giant ground sloth, majestic, peaceful, enduring, a guardian of the rainforests reborn, and a symbol of the earth we are still learning to protect.
In the farthest reaches of the midnight ocean, where sunlight has never danced, where pressure crushes steel and silence rules like a king, something moves, a shadow, larger than mountains, a presence, older than history itself. The Colossal Abyss Whale, glowing with rivers of bioluminescent veins, it drifts through the abyss like a living constellation, a galaxy of light woven into flesh. Each movement sends soft pulses across its enormous body, blues, violets, and ghost-white currents shimmering like stars trapped beneath the sea. But what truly sets this giant apart is its voice. Across the deep, it sings, a song older than continents, a song that has traveled through time, unchanged for millions of years, low, haunting, endless. A vibration felt more than heard, echoing through canyons of black water. Scientists call it the oldest melody on Earth, a living archive of the ocean's forgotten past as it glides through ancient trenches. Smaller creatures gather in its wake. Lanternfish, crystal eels, drifting jellies of every color. They follow the whale like pilgrims following a sacred light, drawn by its warmth, its calm, its ancient wisdom. The Colossal Abyss Whale is not just a creature, it is a guardian, a keeper of balance in the deep, a silent protector of ecosystems humanity has yet to understand. And though it has never seen the sun, it carries within it the memory of an ocean untouched, a world before noise, before machines, before us tonight. As it rises from the darkness, closer to the twilight zone, its light intensifies. Soft waves of gold shimmer across its immense body. It lets out a final, resonant call, a sound so deep it stirs the water for miles. A message, a reminder, a promise that even in the darkest places of our planet, life still thrives, life still sings, life still glows with wonder. The Colossal Abyss Whale, the eternal heartbeat of the deep.
When the world had begun to heal from centuries of ruin, nature answered with wonders humanity never expected. Deep within the blazing red forests of Nova Amazonia, amid trees that glowed like embers and leaves that whispered with fire, a tremor echoed through the undergrowth. Not the footsteps of a predator, nor the rumble of a machine, but the heartbeat of a giant. Emerging from the molten haze came the crimson Titan Beetle, an insect the size of a transport bus, its armored shell glowing with metallic crimson light, as if forged from living steel. When it spreads its wings, the forest itself falls silent. Each wing shimmered with iridescent fire, reflecting the burning sun above the canopy. And in that light you could see history, biotech evolution, ancient DNA awakened by a new Earth. It moves slowly, with the patience of a giant that has seen centuries. Every step reshapes the soil, every breath stirs sparks in the air. But for all its terrifying size, the crimson Titan Beetle is a gentle guardian, a living shield of the forest. It consumes only the dead and decaying wood, recycling the forest's remains into life. This kind is the reason the burning forest thrives, a silent force keeping balance where chaos once reigned. And when danger approaches, when poachers, fires, or machines threaten its home, the Titan rises. in the heart of a world reborn, where the forests glow like living galaxies, and every leaf whispers an ancient secret, there exists a creature so rare, so breathtaking, that even the wind pauses to watch it soar. They call it the luminous forest bird. Its feathers shimmer like woven starlight, each plume carrying the memory of a dawn long forgotten. When it takes flight, the sky itself changes, painted by glowing trails that dance behind its wings, like ribbons of living light. But this bird is more than a spectacle of beauty. It is a heartbeat of the forest. As it glides between the towering trees, its radiance awakens the slumbering flowers, turns darkness into soft luminescence, and breathes life into the shadows. Every pulse of its wings sends warm waves across the land, healing roots, guiding lost creatures, and keeping the forest alive. Legends say the luminous bird was born from a tear of the first sunrise, a gift to a world that once forgot how to shine. And now it roams freely, a guardian of nature in its purest form. Sometimes, if you wander deep enough into the glowing wilds, past the silver streams and the whispering moss, you may hear a gentle hum, a melody soft as moonlight, and then, through the drifting fog, you'll see it, a radiant silhouette gliding above you, tracing shimmering arcs across the sky. Not just a creature, but a living miracle. For in a world of shadows and silence, the luminous forest bird is a reminder that light can still be born, and beauty can still return, as long as the forest continues to dream.
In the end, these creatures are more than legends reborn. They are the echoes of a past we lost, and the guardians of a future we're still learning to protect. From glowing forests to rising oceans, from sky giants to radiant birds of light, each one reminds us of what the world can be when life is given a second chance. So as they roam this new earth, bigger, brighter, and more alive than ever, they carry a message for all of us. Protect what lives, cherish what returns, and never let wonder go extinct again. Because this isn't the end, it's the beginning of a world reborn.